want to bring in WBZ political analyst Jon Keller now. And John, Beth mentioned it just a moment ago. Outside of the mayor's office, is this Walsh's dream job?
Oh, I would say so. In fact, I don't know if there's any other job in Washington that he would want to leave Boston for. I mean, he's, as Beth mentioned in her report, a lifetime labor activist, a union president, a blue-collar guy, a working-class guy with a strong affinity for working people and a deep knowledge of labor issues. And he'll be coming in at a time when there's going to be a lot on his platter. The outgoing Labor Secretary, Eugene Scalia, has been widely reviled by the labor movement for a variety of issues, specifically his handling of labor issues raised by the pandemic. OSHA, the agency that oversees worker safety, has been gutted. There's been a lot of discontent with what's gone on under the Trump years. So the new Labor Secretary will have his work cut out for him, that's for sure.
Where would Walsh be most valuable to the president, John?
Well, look, Lisa, you know Marty Walsh. I think everybody around here does. He's a schmoozer. He's someone who gets along with a wide range of people. Just look at his warm relationship with Republican Governor Charlie Baker, the bros they're referred to. Well, that hasn't always been the case between Boston mayors and governors of either party. But you know, Walsh is the kind of person who's a good listener, somebody who gets along with a lot of different types of people, and heaven knows he's going to need those skills in this job and in this era, as we come out of a very difficult economic period and a tough period for labor, both in terms of the pandemic's impact. Some recent court rulings have gone against labor's interests. As I say, he's got a full platter ahead.
Well, you talked about relationships, John. We know that Walsh and Biden have a genuine friendship. I remember a few years ago, the mayor surprised everybody at the Boys and Girls Club of Dorchester event that I was hosting by bringing Biden into the room, then bringing him up on stage and having him meet some of the kids. But right now, at such a critical time in the city where we're in the midst of a pandemic, how hard is it going to be to have a shift in power in Boston when this mayor departs?
Look, it'll be different. There's no question about it. But, you know, there's going to be a transition here, Lisa. It's my understanding from talking to the city clerk of Boston today that if Walsh resigned before March 5th, that would trigger a special election for who's going to be acting mayor for the balance of the year. A chaotic, expensive endeavor that would throw the city into a degree of chaos. I'm almost certain that's not going to happen. That Walsh will delay his resignation until after March 5th. There'll be an ongoing transition. I remember the last time this happened in 1993 when Ray Flynn left to become ambassador to the Vatican. There was not a lot of turnover in City Hall right away, and certainly until after the election. And, you know, in Kim Janey, you have someone not unlike Tom Menino, who was council president back then, who's skilled, highly competent, knows what goes on, and has a pre-existing relationships within City Hall.
All right, a big change in Boston. Jon Keller reporting live for us from the nation's capital. John, thanks.